basically started with an idea of bringing meditative states into people's journeys of life. I've always believed that three things have to be taken into consideration. One is the mind, body and spirit. All these three things have to be addressed to on a day-to-day basis. When you're sitting down in front of the light machine, you close your eyes and the light machine is kept about 40 centimeters distance from you, 40 to 50 centimeters distance from you, and the light starts flashing and your eyes are closed, as I said, and the light passes through your closed eyelids and hits the white light receptor of the brain, that is your pineal gland itself. The Lucia number 3 light passes through your closed eyelids, hits the pineal gland at a very, very high frequency and a very high speed, and it starts chipping off the calcification on the pineal gland itself. It delivers you to a very, very deep meditative state. It will make you calmer, it will give you more intuition, it will give you a more relaxed state of being, it will give you, take you out of those stress and anxiety levels which are there. It will take you to become more focused, more motivational from deep inside yourself. And yeah, it works amazingly well on the human consciousness itself. Imagine this, like, we all have a cell phone on us. If we put about 40 to 50 applications on at the same time on this cell phone of ours, what happens to the cell phone? Firstly, the cell phone starts behaving very erratically. Some applications shut down, some applications slow down, and one by one the applications start crashing. Then eventually the phone slows down and the phone also crashes. What do we do to reset the phone? We turn the switch off, we turn the switch on again, and all that random access memory which has been built in that telephone actually gets wiped off and you start afresh. The flotation tank is all about that.
Very excited to go in. Let's see what happens. Maybe I come back a transformed human being. Usually I don't meditate, so I hope this works for me. Let's see what happens.
So what happens in a flotation tank is, number one, the sensory input is cut as far as the eyes are concerned by switching off the light. It's absolute darkness inside that room, so you can't see anything. Even if you keep your hand out here, the hand is not there because you can't see the hand. So that input goes away. Your ears go beyond the water level, so you can't hear anything from the outside world. Now mind you, these two are open 24/7. Yeah, there is no way, even if you sit down in a meditation on a day-to-day practice, you can't shut these two off. Absolutely not. Number 3 is your nose is very, very easily accustomed to the circumstances. Also is not there in the flotation tank. Last one remains, which is of the touch and the feel of the skin itself. The water is heated exactly to your body temperature levels, so you stop feeling where the body ends and where the water begins in a flotation tank. There is no way from this point onwards for you to go outward as a consciousness. The consciousness now has only one way of turning, that is inward, and that itself and there itself begins the states of meditation.
What's up?
Hi guys. So we quickly wanted to tell you our experience today with 1000 Petals, and I did the Lucia light therapy and he did the flotation tank one. I'll go first.
Yeah.
So basically the session for me was 1 hour, and they made me sit in front of the light. The light was like right here, and I was sitting in a very comfortable position, and they started throwing that light on my face, and even though my eyes were closed, the light was so strong that I could actually feel the color of the light. Okay, it was very strong, and the entire experience for me for 1 hour, it was very relaxing. I was into my own world, I could control my thoughts, and there was a time where I went completely thoughtless. Like I had absolutely no thoughts, and that was like the best feeling, because how many times you generally get to do that, right? You're always occupied with some or the other thoughts. So after 1 hour, when they asked me to open my eyes, and when I opened my eyes, it was such a relaxed relaxing phase that I could experience. After that session, we had like a long conversation with Mr. Amitabh, and I could feel the difference, So I could drastically feel the difference between the way I was receiving the information that he was telling me, because my full concentration was on him. Like whatever he was saying, I could reciprocate in a better way. They recommend some 12 to 15 sessions, I think, and I think that makes sense, because in one session, if I could feel that much of a difference, then if you go through all the 12 sessions, I think you will come out to be a very different person.
For me, it was when I was lying in the flotation tank, I thought it will be exactly like how you float in a pool, but it was not quite, because you don't put any effort here. Effort is literally zero. You just float inside that. So for me, when everything was cut off, I was closed in that tank. What I felt was that after a very long time, I was with myself. There's nothing to distract me. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't see. I couldn't hear. I was literally with myself. So that gave me a lot of an opportunity to channelize my thoughts. And one by one, all my thoughts started fading off. I was blank in my head. As she said, it was purely thoughtless. You don't go into a sleep, but it's just like you are aware of your surroundings, but still you're calm and quiet. Nothing is going on, and you would like to be in that state for a long time. So after 1 hour, I just woke up, and when I came out, I felt I just came back after a massage. But rather than being all sleepy and tired, you become more energetic, you become more focused, and it feels like something has changed inside you.
If you guys want to try it, please get in touch with us. We'll tell you how to do it. We'll make it happen for you guys. And it's something that you should experience, because once in a while it's nice to go into that zone where you're not distracted by any other thing. You're just by yourself. You are thinking whatever you want to think, and then come back and then go back to your normal routine. That's fine. But 1000 Petals is something I think you all should experience once in your lifetime. Definitely recommended.
Yep.